Ed-E Druckmann, Ed-E Druckmann. Listen to him on your iPod. That's right, on your iPod. Ed-E Druckmann, Ed-E Druckmann. No, not Buckman, we said Druckmann. And you shall laugh even longer and harder than when you saw Jennifer Lopez in Monster in Law. And now Ed-E Druckmann.
Hello, I'm Ed-E Druckmann, and when I'm not out solving mysteries with Scooby, Shaggy, and the gang, by the way, I did Velma very hot, I'm bringing you the news. For the second time, People magazine named George Clooney the sexiest man alive. Clooney shares that double honor with his friend Brad Pitt and with Richard Gere. Tom Cruise, who was voted by People the man alive most likely to embarrass himself in public by overly demonstrative shows of affection before a perhaps staged marriage, had no comment on his honor. Sir Elton John made his views clear on religion during a recent interview with the London Observer. I think religion has always tried to turn hatred toward gay people. The problem is, there are so many gay people I know who love their religion, and some of them aren't even priests. Princeton, New Jersey. The College Board, keeper of the SAT, said the high school senior class of 2006 had the lowest overall score in 31 years. But the College Board maintains this is nothing to worry about, since it was the first year that exam takers had to contend with an essay section. The College Board went on to say that while SAT scores were the lowest they have been in 31 years, students who locked themselves in the bathroom because their test scores weren't quite good enough to get into an Ivy League school was 5% lower than 2005. Go team. Now, I'd like to introduce you to a new editorial correspondent, Michael What the Buck Buckley, the man who was snarky before Spy, whose views on celebrities are such life lessons that the Buddha himself, if he were alive today, or by virtue of a Ouija board, would say, "Now this guy knows his shit." It's time for What the Buck!
I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down.
This is Carlos. Hola, Carlos.
Hello, Michael.
So, Carlos, where were you when you heard about Britney Spears?
I was actually at work, and I got a CNN breaking news bulletin, and it was the first thing I opened in the morning when I got in. It was shocking.
That's how you react. You were shocked.
I was shocked. I've been reading on PerezHilton.com for weeks that the breakup was coming, but I refused to believe it until it actually happened.
Are you upset?
I'm not upset.
No.
I'm upset that it took this long for Britney to get her shit together.
Amen, sister.
Can I say shit?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, any advice for Britney? I know she's watching.
I would say stay away from your backup dancers unless they're gay, and just kind of marry a rich guy this time, or become a lesbian like everyone else is doing these days.
Perfect. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you, Buck.
Adios. So this is Travis. We're here with Travis. We found the liquor, so I knew Travis would be here. So Travis, where were you when you found out about Britney Spears and Kevin Federline?
I was actually on my way to work. I was driving, getting off of the interstate, getting onto...
And what was your initial reaction? Were you sad? Were you happy? Did you...
It's about damn time.
I'm sensing a theme here. It's about damn time. Now, I know Britney's watching, so do you have any advice for her? What would you tell Britney right now? What should she do next?
Make sure that she's got that prenup in hand at all times.
Absolutely.
So that every time somebody walks up and says something, she say, "Nope, he signed here."
Absolutely. And some good birth control.
Well, that too.
So we're here with Susan, who, and let me tell you, I've been talking to Susan for about 30 seconds, and she is full of opinions.
Whoa, what do you want to know?
Susan, where were you when you found out about Britney Spears and Kevin Federline?
Oh, God.
Exactly.
I love her reaction.
Yeah, it was at home. I was home, and I was watching the news, NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams, and it was like one of the front stories, one of the leading stories. And
Big news.
Yeah, it was huge. And I was a little, I felt bad for her.
Right.
Do you like her as a blonde or a brunette?
I think as a blonde, I think she's fundamentally a blonde. I think she looked lovely as a brunette, but I think deep down her persona and her chopping on gum thing.
Yeah,
No offense, I love it. The caricature artist on the boat chomps on gum.
Love your shirt.
I saw him.
To get the pearl one because I wanted to wear the
Have you seen the caricature?
Excuse me, time out.
Time out.
Time out.
So, Buck, let's get right to it. What are your reactions to the Britney Spears K-Fed marriage going Hindenburg, or LZ-129 as the Nazis had it?
Leave it to Republican Britney Spears to upstage the Democratic victory and the Dancing with the Stars semifinals by electing to file for divorce from Kevin Federline on Election Day. All I can say is, Britney, welcome home.
So, what's in store for our favorite no longer virgin pop star?
Well, Britney will continue to dress horribly. Some may think she's looking hot again, but I think it's just our collective joy she is no longer wearing that ugly deadbeat husband as an accessory.
So, in the midst of all this unpleasantness, I find it really sad that everybody seems to have forgotten about first husband Jason Alexander. I hasten to mention that we are not talking about the Seinfeld Jason Alexander here.
Right. Well, Jason Alexander says that Kevin is an idiot, and all he did was spend Britney's money. He also told reporters he still loves Britney, and she should call him because he's a great person to talk to.
Well, what would be your advice to him?
She got an annulment from you, jackass. She doesn't want to talk to you.
And what are your sage Buck words of advice for Britney Spears herself?
Keep your chin up, your boobs out, your panties on, and your birth control prescription refilled. Welcome home, bitch. What the buck?
Well, there you have it. Welcome home, bitch. Words to live by, Britney. Thanks, Buck. Until next time, this is Eddie Druckmann leaving you with a few words, especially for our viewers outside the United States. We're not really that bad. We're just developmentally challenged when it comes to presidential elections. This has been Eddie Druckmann on the web, where no one is safe, not even me. Now go out and play. The sun is shining someplace, right? Doesn't it? It has to be.
Eddie Druckmann, Eddie Druckmann, listen to him on your iPod, that's right, on your iPod. Eddie Druckmann, no not Bachman, we say Druckmann. And you shall laugh even longer and harder than when you saw Jennifer Lopez in Monster-in-Law. And now Eddie Druckmann,